Hey everybody, welcome to Melbourne City Land Rover's digital handover for the new Defender. We're going to take a bit of time going through the car today so you can familiarise yourself with the vehicle before handover. Let's jump in and take a bit of a look. Okay, well, let's get started. First of all, we'll start on the outside of the car. Opening and locking the Defender is going to be really easy. Full keyless entry standard across the entire range. Key in your pocket, handbag, wherever it needs to be. To unlock the car or lock the car, just press the button on the end of this here, and that'll lock it in. The best way to know your car's locked, the mirror's folded in from there. To unlock, just press this button again. Popper open as well. Let's move out to the back. So moving to the back of the car, handles just through from here. Just lift it straight up, open from there as well. In here, this door's completely soft door closed. So even though it is got a bit of weight to it, as soon as you close it from there, you'll see it'll actually suck itself in, coming all the way back. Vehicle's fitted with the tow hitch receiver. Tow pack's just through from here with a 12-pin flat plug in there for any of your trailer lights and everything. Team at Melbourne City Land Rover can fit right up Tow Pro Elites as well for the people that are towing over the 2-ton mark. Let's take a bit of a look in the rest of it. Starting in the back of the car, you've got two really nice easy hooks here. These are designed for bags, everything you've got coming from there. In the back here, you also have this function. So all the Defenders fitted with air suspension, some of the 90s won't. You can actually raise and lower the vehicle from the back here. By doing this, it makes it a lot easier for towing, pitching up, these kind of things, and getting things in and out of the back. Moving down to this part, the door is a hard pressed durable plastic. And coming in through here on the 5-seaters, you've actually got a really nice little easy set kind of storage companion there. You've got the full jack and everything into the back. The locking wheel nut is in the back top left here. On the car's fitted as well, you've got these really handy tie down points. So these are great for dogs or any heavy loads you want to go through from there as well. We'll spend some time going through a 5+2-seater as well so you can see the configuration. Otherwise, you do also have a little power socket back here as well, the 12-volt power supply, just tucked away in there. Cool. Filling up fuel, nice and easy. Once the car's unlocked, a single press on here will pop open. This particular car's a petrol, vehicle's fitted with diesel as well, will come through there, and the AdBlue fill up will just be from there. AdBlue top-ups on these cars, depending on how you drive, typically between 5 to 10,000 Ks, you'll start seeing the AdBlue light popping on. So for the 5-seaters, you can actually fold the entire load space flat. Simply pop open the door, there's a little tag just in here, so just literally lift this up from here. Headrest comes down from the button on the side, single click from there, and just one push. And in the back here, you'll also see you've got your baby points. You've also got your click and go system as well, which is integrated into the back of the Defenders. And there's very handy little USB volts back here as well. So moving into the car, pretty nice and straightforward. We have an electric child lock in the Defender, so to activate the child lock, just press the button through here. Window adjustments through here, and mirror adjustments just on the side there by pressing the corresponding button you want to use. All the Defenders are going to be coming with driver assist. They're going to be featuring this little button through here, which is a proximity alert. So this will let you know when you're opening the door if there's anyone coming across in oncoming traffic, bikes especially. Lock and unlock for the cars just here. You have the park brake for the vehicle here, which is automatic, but you do have a button if you do want to activate it manually. And the bonnet release is just down here to the right hand side. Okay, so let's start in the most important seat, the driver's seat. So just to let you know, the car we're going to be looking at the inside today is a HSE. So this will have the extended leather and a few extra options. The vehicle you're getting may have a few different options to this, but we'll try and do a bit of a broad overview now for you. So, pretty nice and easy. Windscreen wipers on this side. To adjust the rear wiper, okay, we're just literally going to turn it on from the switch in here. By bringing this towards us, we're going to obviously do the front washers as well, okay? For the rear washer, we just press the end of the button here. Onto our cruise control. So this particular car has driver assist. All the Model Year 21 vehicles are coming with this now standard. So with our cruise control, always just make sure if you want to use some of the adaptive settings, we always have this ticked on in the green. So with our cruise control, 100 k's an hour, just flick this up to press set. Resume is by pressing this in. Set is the speed from there as well. Cancels just from here. The cars with adaptive cruise, to close the gap or lengthen the gap, we do this from here. We'll spend a bit of time on our off-road focus video as well, using these buttons for our all-terrain progress control. Active speed limit is just here on the right. Horn in the middle, nice and easy. Moving across to this side, we have our phone controls. We have basically to skip, which is going to be for our audio functions, and our voice control. Voice control with the new PV Pro, which we'll spend a bit of time going through there. Really nice and simple. Hi, call Ben at Melbourne City Land Rover. This button through here will be our volume as well. This button up here is your favorites button. A lot of clients are really loving this button. It's completely user defined. You can use this for little things like, say, a short press for voicemail and a long press to switch source as well. So just spend a little bit of time configuring it to exactly how you want it to be. Up on this hand side, being a European car, left-hand side is going to be our indicators as well, okay? For high beams and everything just literally coming through there. That's all in there. Our fog light feature is just on this stalk, just in here, if we can get the camera. So flicking it forward for front, and flicking it rear for reverse for vehicles fitted with fog lights. Let's jump into the center screen through here. So the center screen on a Defender, and this particular car's got a fully digital screen. This is the way we're setting up most of our vehicles, what we find most people are pretty happy with. So starting from here, we have the time, we have the revs as well up here, and we have the engine temperature just down here. Up in the top, we have showing that our seatbelts aren't on, the park brakes on with the red P just here, and this is the average fuel and how many Ks the car's done. This information can be changed by pressing this button at the end of this stalk here. So by doing this, we can now cycle through. So our average fuel, will just come up here. Average fuel, instant fuel, our range, everything through here as well, okay? What are these little lights? We get asked a lot. This is for showing you how fuel efficient you're driving your car. The first one on the left-hand side is for your accelerator pressure. The middle is your speed. The other one's going to be your braking as well, okay? This shows your overall impact. Up here on the top, it shows we've got our lights on auto, and this is our speed with the indicative speed limit for where we are at. And underneath that, tank fuel, so showing this is a half tank car. Coming across on the bottom left, this one's actually really important. This one will show your driver assistance. So when they go green or red, that obviously shows that we're veering between lanes. Without having those lights on, some of the adaptive cruise, steering assist and these kind of things won't work. So just always make sure you've got a little green light ticked on from here. And showing the temperature, a nice cool 37 degrees for today. But I want to adjust my car. What do? I come down to the steering wheel and I press this central button here. This is going to take me to the menu function through here. This particular vehicle has been fitted with a heads-up display. You can enable it, you can adjust the brightness and adjust the position, which we always suggest doing. By pressing over to the left-hand side, we go to our vehicle. This can show our warnings and also show our tyre information. So we can jump into here, we can check the tyre pressures, and we can see what we're looking at around the vehicle. Coming up, again, we're going to go now to our device, and that basically shows who we've been on the phone to. And then we're also going to show the audio source, vehicle information, and then our info panels as well. Through the info panel, you can basically adjust what you want in the middle. I personally like the map, but you can put your driver assist. For those clients going off-road, you can put the off-road info in there as well. Just select which one you want. Coming over to here, and this is going to be a little bit more full-on. Oh, look, just our media and our phones and that kind of stuff. So it's all cool. Different to the other vehicles, a lot of the driver assistance actually controlled through the center screen. So let's jump into that now. So let's jump into this system. This is going to be brand new for Land Rover. This is actually what we call Pippy Pro, but it's a good system and it's a great little system because it's getting rolled out across our range. We're going to start today with the navigation. Quicker, sharper, faster, really nice to work. You can adjust your zoom, everything just through here. Shows all the most important things, speed cameras, service centers, wherever you need to do it. You can adjust the view by pressing this button here, 2D, go to north facing, or into 3D. This interface is really good. It gives me a constant, basically battery for my phone, the time, my signal strength, things like this as well. By going down here, I can always adjust my profile, and you can add in your own personalized profile, which we suggest. We've got our nav, you go straight to our phone, you go to our contacts, you go to our keypad, everything's all through there. Coming into our audio, we can add our audio device, we've got digital radio, FM and AM. You can literally just adjust the volume from this dial just here on the left. Through here, we always suggest go through your favorites. This will make kind of navigating the audio system a lot quicker. And literally just by unticking or ticking the little highlight button there, that'll put into your favorites. Also go into your stations, and you can also go to your player as well. And then from here, we can adjust it from there. Say I just want to switch over instantly, just go to this button here. And then I can switch to, say, FM. I go through here, I can switch straight to my iPhone, and just play whatever music something else. And this would be really good for podcasts, audiobooks, these kind of things as we go through. Coming into here, we've got the menu button just down there on the bottom right. And this is now going to show us what's going on with the rest of the vehicle. We've got our accounts, so for example, myself, my partner, my brother, whoever's driving the car can have their own personalised account. And we go into the seats for this function first. This is going to show our heated seats. So we can adjust what kind of levels we want going on from here. This particular car's got heated and cooled seats as well. By coming back, we can go to our climate control, which is going to be what down below. This particular car's got third row seats, so we can now adjust what we want with our vents going to the first row, even down to the third row as well. And you can actually lock this in case you don't want the kids playing around with it. In this particular car's got cabinet ionisation. You can activate that or turn that off through there, and that's when magnetised ions get pulsated into the air
to help out with the dust. Coming down from here, we have our valet mode. Valet mode you literally just click into. You put your own PIN number in there, and that will mean nobody can access your phone records, your home address or anything like that from your navigation. But coming back here, we have our eco data, which is going to show how fuel efficient you've been driving, the energy impact. It'll also give us some really handy eco tips. So right now we see we're sitting, so our AC is using a fair bit. Coming through from here, we can also see the history, so how fuel efficient everyone's been. Really cool little feature. Into our 4x4 info, I'm going to give you a real brief overview of what's happening with this at the moment. Basically it's asking us to, provided we don't go too crazy, we're going to do a bit more of an off-road focus video for these, which we'll send through as well. This is a bit of our basic information screen. So we've got our slope, we've got our angles, we've got what's happening with the air suspension, what's happening with the center diff, showing we're in a low at high, in high range, okay? By going into here, when we adjust the air suspension, which if we just bring it down now, which is just through here, when we raise it up, and we bring that back up here now, you'll see this is now adjusting itself, and this is showing how much reticulation we've got within the axles and the wheels, showing basically how much room we've got to move. Coming to here, which is also standard on all Defenders, is our wade sensing. So this is now showing how deep the water is going to be going through as well, okay? By traction control info as well, this is our terrain response. So all Defenders will have this system. Different vehicles have different setups, but basically we have different settings. Eco for fuel efficient driving, comfort for normal driving around town. To access this, if we just come down to here, just press this button here. And this now redeploys this button to our off-roading modes. So now we can go to grass, gravel, snow, we can go to mud and ruts, we can go to sand mode, we can go to rock crawl, and then in this we can go across the wade sensing as well, okay? Really good feature. The best and quickest explanation for this is your way of telling the car what conditions we're driving into, what to expect, and also what's happening as well. It'll activate our low traction launch, or our all-terrain progress control as well, which will go into a bit more features. But best advice is, if you're driving on grass or gravel, put it in grass, gravel, snow, and vice versa as you're going through from there. But obviously, we'll spend a bit more time in the Defender handover video for the off-roading, but also on your off-road experience day, which every Land Rover new car client gets, they'll spend a lot more time going through this for you as well. Let's jump out of this. Let's jump back into the normal. So let's put it back into comfort. Press that in. And now we're all set, ready to rock and roll. Back to normal driving. Coming down into here, our weight sensor we've gone through, low traction launch. Vehicle dimensions, it can be handy. When in doubt, always lower the car. That's probably the best bit of advice we can ever give. And then when we adjust the height of it now, this is going to adjust what height we're at. Defender 110, 1.970. With roof rails and expedition racks, obviously that will raise up, so always just double check with the guys at the team, and they'll let you know what the height is to expect. Coming back into the menu, we've got our voice control, which is pretty straightforward. Go straight to navigation. If we just scroll down from here, we've got our phone and media. Let's take a bit of a look down here now. So we have our two climate controls from here, so we can adjust the climate coming from there. Cars fitted with heated seats or heated and cooled seats, simply push that in, and you can basically adjust them for the coolness, or adjust them for the heating as well, okay? Nice and fluid, easy. This is if you want to go straight to the climate screen from here, and this is where we choose whether we want it on our feet, on our back, on our neck. Button across here is our max demist in the front, and then rear demist. This is to turn off the stop start, which is a question we get asked a lot. No, we can't deactivate it all the time. This is for our all-terrain progress control, which we'll go through in the full off-road video. This is to turn off the traction control, low range. To put the car into low range, car has to be neutral. And then we've got our automatic feature for the climate control through here, and our recirculation. This is the vehicle's volume, so obviously we can turn it up and down as we go through. Now, just a real quick little bit of advice: if the parking sensors are too loud or anything like that, whenever anything's or the phone, whenever anything's making noise in the car, you can adjust it from here as well. Okay, that's like the master volume. Let's go through back up to here to a few more of the lesser known kind of things. We'll jump into the surround cameras first. So this is the new 3D surround camera system on the Defender. We can actually swing this around so we can get different angles of what we've got coming on. This is a standard fit in Australia. Now coming through here, this is a really good way of kind of seeing where we are with the car. Coming across to here, we can also adjust what camera setup we want. Okay? If you're towing, just by pressing this one down here, we get a really nice rear view, constant rear view, with the front as well. And this particular car's got the transparent bonnet. So let's drive through from here. So if we go onto the screen here, you see as we go forward, that's red, come back. Yeah, so we get all the different kind of features coming through from here, which is really cool. Into our off-road features from here, You can basically adjust it how you want it to be. We get the nice little off-road feature there. And we'll go on to here to line it up a little bit better. And obviously you can see the phone works. So we're just going to get rid of that profile. As we're coming through, we're just going to go back. We're just going to go to the cameras. Go off-road. This is now where we see the transparent bonnet feature coming through. So we're going to go forward. So it's giving us a constant C now. It's giving us a real-time little feeders that's coming through. You can see what's on there as well. And as we come back, we've got the really nice full guidance signs and everything coming back. We'll spend a bit more time going through that in the off-road video. Really awesome feature as well. Really great feature coming through for the Defender. Let's jump into our settings. Now, a few different settings from here. Screen off, the brightness, the dark theme, the enhanced theme as well. Let's jump up into there. Cool. And enhance here. That's the quick. Audio features all through here. Treble bass subwoofer for the cars with Meridian. We go to all though, so when we start getting into a few more bits and pieces. Profile settings, just when you're setting up a profile. One of the ones we massively suggest is the connectivity. So we always suggest connecting the car to your Wi-Fi at home, and then that way you can make sure you're always getting software updates and everything all coming through. That's all through there. The vehicle settings is where you make more of your normal adjustments. So this is actually where you do, you know, your lights, your driver assistance, these kind of things. Just access that through here. You can adjust your collision avoidance. You can say, how do I want it? Do I want it to emergency brake? How do I want my emergency lane departure? All these kind of things as well. I definitely suggest spending a little bit of time in here because sometimes small little adjustments in here can really enhance your ownership experience. Into convenience features, for example, this is when I can adjust. Do I want my mirrors to dim? Do I want my vehicle to lower itself down? And I'll go through as well. You literally just untick that, untick that as you go through. Coming back into normal settings. All nice and easy to do. Really nice and fluid little system. The one thing we definitely do suggest though is going to be your parking sensors for sure. So, and also, you know, your things like auto access and that kind of stuff, they're quite important things as you're going through. Moving down to here, we've actually just got your USB plugs and everything. So USB, nano SIM and everything through for the data as well. 12 volt power supply coming through there. Cup holder coming through here. And obviously all coming through from here as well. It's a few little bin. Comes with the comfort convenience pack. We'll have the fridge and the wireless charger just here. To the gear selector, will come up. So the gear selector, really nice, good position. So pretty nice and easy. For drive, trigger in, single push drive, trigger in, single push forward reverse. Cameras come up. For park, press the button here. For sport mode, into drive, across to the left-hand side. That will be in sport, but in automatic. There's no paddle shift on Defender, so if you do want to go manual, racing style. So back to go down gears, forward to go, back to go up gears and forward to go down gears. And there, to cancel, cross to the right, press park, push button, stop and start, just in here. This particular car also has the clear sight vision mirror, which is going to be standard on all the 5+2 seaters. So our normal field of vision, typical reversing camera. So you've got the car loaded up with 3 very tall people or cars fully loaded up, literally just flick this towards you. And then you can move this at any different angle and you get a perfectly clear, uninterrupted view outside the vehicle. So on delivery, we're going to set up your Land Rover in control. We'll go through that with the app and the activation emails as we go through. Just to let you know, the button from here, just press this in. This is for your roadside assistance. By pressing that, it'll call roadside assistance immediately. And they'll have the location of your vehicle and they'll go through from there. This button across here is SOS. Now do bear in mind, this does call 000, so please only do call it in the state of an emergency. Interesting fact with this system, if your car has an accident and an airbag is deployed, you do not press that button, the car will instantly realise it's been in an accident and press this button automatically for you and let you know the location of the vehicle. So hopefully you won't need to test that one. The buttons too from here, the button closest to us is always going to be the sunroof visor. Just set that as you need to. This will be for the sunroof itself. And the obligatory sunglasses holder just here.
So there you have it. That's the hand of the video for your brand new Defender. If you've ever got any questions, please feel free to contact myself or the whole sales team here at Melbourne City. Hopefully this is enough to get you started and get you into the car. Obviously any questions you've ever got, please feel free to contact us as well. Enjoy your new car and look forward to seeing you soon. Cheers.